And we are back from the break, and moving on to day 17 of the trip through Wild Space here. And we are going to just go right ahead and get started on, let's see, Braxon. I don't think I asked if you wanted to put anything on it. Did I, or did I?
No.
No, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, so did you want to put anything on the slate?
yeah, Braxon's going to put on that short-hafted battle axe with a narrow curved head.
Okay, that is... Let me find it. Give me a second.
Does healing.
Yeah, no, I just need to scroll through the list and find...
Yep.
I mean, I could sort this out on my end, too, but...
Glad it's not just me that
Alright, that is a Battle Axe of Healing +2.
X.
It heals it heals him when he hits something, right? It doesn't heal when he hits.
That you're not sure. I mean, the slate doesn't give that information.
Well,
so whatever you got. Whatever you got from the earlier identification.
Yeah, I got told it heals the owner of wheels wounds once a day.
Okay.
So it's going to be a +2 battle axe. Right, he'll also try putting on the weirdly evil necromantic spear. The 7-foot-long spear of Darkwood with a gleaming steel head with an unusual design.
You do not get anything from that.
Right. Oh, because, yeah, it's one weapon, isn't it? He's going to put the owl back on.
All right, you do not get anything.
You can do a weapon and a couple of potions, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, that's me done for the day.
Okay. All right. So day 18 comes around, and Solas, you want to put anything on the slate?
Yeah, I will. I will put the long bronze utensil with 2 pointed prongs, since I need the commander word and such.
Okay. That is a fork of travel. And the command word is Finnel'ar. I will write that in. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Lafdul's going to do some testing with his throwing dagger, and he's going to compare it against a regular standard dagger. Testing the range and capability of it.
It's extremely well balanced. That's the main thing that you'll discover.
And the second item I will try is the pale blue translucent cube, about an inch on each side.
You do not get any results for that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So day 18 passes, and day 19 dawns. Yeah, you heard me. Dawns. Ockar, anything that you want to put on the slate?
I'll place my long spear on it, see if there's anything interesting about that I don't already know.
Okay, that is... Gotta get to it in the list. That is just a long spear +3.
Okay, yeah.
Anything else you want to put on there?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So day 20 comes around, and Finn, you'd said that you were passing before, but I wasn't sure if that was...
Finn did think of something he wants to check.
Okay.
The perfectly round reddish pearl about the size of a finger joint that says protection from fire.
Okay. That is a pearl of protection from fire.
Okay.
Let me double check something about that. All right. Just as a note, you would kind of realize that in order for that to really function, you need to keep that on your person and not in any sort of extra dimensional space.
Right.
And then as that functions, you'll learn what it does, or you could identify it. Get it identified. Okay. Let's see. That is going to be.
Well, somebody casting a fireball not so long ago helped me test that.
Oh, did I give you some of the details about it?
I think it like reduced the damage by half or something like that.
It did reduce the damage, yeah.
There you go. Science.
Were you
For
in the flame
now, what I will tell you is that it does give you a +4 bonus to saving throws against fire.
Oh, that's nice.
That is cumulative with your normal +2.
But is it cumulative with things like Ring of Protection?
You'll have to find out. All right, anything else you want to try on there?
Not at this time.
Okay. Okay. All right, so you can go ahead and move the ship, Braxon. Okay. And then we move on to day 21.
That's the point. Am I even needing to cast a contact home power if I'm not memorizing spells? Not teaching my spells up, so there's no point.
Technically, no, but it does mean that you'd have to.
I have it memorized. I've just not cast it.
Yeah, no, then yeah, you wouldn't need to.
As long as you have it memorized, the day you need to start memorizing high-level spells, then that's when it starts.
Yeah.
Rather than cast it week after week. I mean, it's only 4 go the horn, but I assume I couldn't buy more than 10, so... Considering how many priests are in the party.
Yeah,
no,
that's up. I mean, that's up to you.
There's a question, Ald.
Mhm.
Can he get up in the morning, cast Contact Home Power, and then pray for spells?
Yes.
Straight after doing it. Okay.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to replace that spell he just cast.
Yeah.
No, it's just a reserve for when I oversee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't need to change your spells before you go to
well,
the
no,
front.
I'm changing first and second, which I can get just from Faith alone, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, you do not need a contact home power for those.
Yeah, those are also the spells that you can access and refresh in
flow.
In the flow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, if any of you got a magical ring that stores spells, now's the time to fill it up.
I mean, I've got an altar, but my deity is not venerated in the sphere.
Can you
Yeah,
fill
but the
that
altar
up?
still works.
Can you fill that up?
My icon doesn't recharge, does it?
Not out here. You need to be in
Yeah,
a
it needs-
sphere where your deity is recognized.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so that's why.
So he can't use Contact Home Power to fill up that.
No.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
You'd kind of need to cast Contact Home Power on the on the item, wouldn't you?
Well,
I
mean, you can't. So,
Yeah,
there are other high level spells that might work, but not in that regard.
Yeah.
And I'm just
I've only got
realizing
like
that
16 charges left on my.
What if Lafdul casts Contact Home Power and hugs the altar 24/7?
I'm just realizing
Knowing
that I
Caravan, he'd
have
make him
lost a little count here. Hold on a second.
We're on day 21 now.
Yes, that was okay.
You
so,
sound so confident. All I know is this would have been the third week I would have had contact on Pan, and I realized I didn't actually need to memorize it. So
Isn't this already the
I retconned a bit.
sixth tile we
No.
are on?
yeah,
No, must be day 25, 26, 27.
or
I
we
think
should
I think
be
I
one,
had you. I think I had you move too much.
Yeah, we
Shall I
should be
move
one
that one?
behind.
No, you can leave yourself where you are. We'll just remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Here is remember.
I probably had you move, and then we did some stuff, and then I forgot that you had moved and had you move again.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. So Finn did that.
So we're heading to the sphere wall.
We're heading to the big blue dot.
Yeah, it's a sphere wall, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can't you see that big blue dot on the
Yeah, I
crystal
know.
sphere?
I was just asking. For
All right, so Finn
I'm
would
surprised
bring
we
to
never
a
noticed it
close
before.
day 22.
22 now. Yeah.
All right.
Incidentally, what is the clue that dot is? Is it a constellation or something?
Let's see. So the directions that you were gotten, that you go through the head of the pick.
Right.
So yeah, there's a pickaxe constellation, and that is close to that.
Head of the peak along the Azure path.
Trust the grabs to have constellations that are mining tools.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
course.
it's not really graphs that made the constellation.
No, in this case, they have no idea what anyone in this sphere determined the constellations to be before. I mean, the sphere was uninhabited for a very long time before the Gravs started colonizing it.
Yeah, but the local people would interpret it. So, like, if you had different cultures, they might have different constellations.
I mean, there's a difference if there are constellates. If there are constellates, then yeah, those are fixed. But in this case, they determined that to be a pickaxe. All right, give me just a second to do something else.
We got that just about a year ago. Received that just about a year ago.
Don't say that. We'll all age.
No, it was the 5th of March when we got that first time.
As a players, we got that then.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just need to recalculate something.
Hey, Ockar.
Yeah,
You still proselytizing Red Mule?
I haven't stopped.
How has he been? Otherwise, can all tell us.
How has he been, Ald?
Very, very grumpy.
Same with the other two.
Sard does nothing but insult you anytime you come visit him, so. That was, Sorry, I messed up my tracking of when you paid, so I'm figuring that out. Give me just a second. Yeah, all right. That is corrected. Okay. So Leva, you can put something on next. We're on day 23.
Okay, she'll put on the, where is it? Crumble. Well, she will put on the sling, the magical sling.
Okay.
Special one.
That is a sling of seeking +2.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. It's quite good sling.
Can't remember what the seeking enchantment does. Probably an accuracy thing.
Question.
Mhm.
We never figured out why it stopped last time, correct?
Nope.
You mean
Uh,
correct? Yes.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So Levi is bringing up the question that if it stopped last time, does that mean it's slowly stopping?
Or someone in our
Or
party
it might
used
not
it.
it might
Or
not
did
recharge.
somebody go earlier and check it out before we came in?
I
There is,
think maybe my ring might have screwed it up for a short period.
or there's one simple explanation other than that.
Tell?
It could be that it doesn't recharge all the 10 charges for every day.
Yeah, but there were two different things that I put on there, and other people tried as well, and nothing worked. So Lever actually leans towards somebody looking sideways at Lafdul,
I didn't
having
do it.
put something onto it before she came in to try her own things. Not
I
that
always
she would
got.
ever accuse Lafdul of anything like that at all,
Accused.
ever.
And Alto just gives an equally dirty look back. You know, it's like, what's that look for? Kind of
Well, I mean, are you following that up, Leva, or Lafdul? Are you going to
Yes.
respond in any further way?
Well, Levi is going to follow up in a more serious manner, that she is checking up whether testing how long the slate you needs to recharge properly.
I mean, we use a sundial. We can get an accurate reading.
Hmm.
But we'd have to be fastidious about it.
Well,
I mean, like, if there's something that you want to do, let me know.
Where are we keeping it anyway?
What, the sundial or the slate?
Right.
slate was in the library, wasn't it?
Is that a private conversation, or was that said?
No.
This is in
No,
the
no, no. It's a
offices.
public one.
Well, we
It
keep
seems-
ship's time, so do you want to like do it on a certain number of rings of the bells?
Yeah, that might be an idea. Let's see whether it actually takes one full day to recharge properly.
What an
Because
accurate
we
accounting.
don't want to be surprised that one day it gets slower and slower, for example.
All right, so like, do you want to do it at a certain hour next day, and then the following day do it an hour earlier, so that you're only waiting 23 hours?
Yeah, let's try that for a few times.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
could start at midday, so it's not that bad.
All right.
You know, it's possible this might take power from the sun or something, and might get weaker as we get further away. Maybe it
Maybe.
doesn't work in the phlogiston.
Yeah, well, maybe it doesn't work outside of the system where we were at. There are all sorts of possibilities.
So one quick thing. I imagine that you have the sundial in some place close to the bell, so that someone can ring it at the appropriate time, or something like that. Because you've got the
Yeah.
sundial, you might as well be using that to keep track of time, right?
I would think
Yeah.
so.
Okay. All right.
I'm not sure if we got it nailed down where we've got that.
Probably in the either in the helm room or in the map room, the astrolabe. Either or.
If
There's
it doesn't require sun.
there's actually the space where you transition decks to the lower deck. That is listed as for commons. That would be a good place to have the bell. That would be a good place to have the sundial.
Yeah, I think we would want to have the sundial somewhere where everyone can see it.
Mm.
Yeah,
You
so
can just
crew can just like
have
glance
it
at it
fixed in
and know what
position.
time it is, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can just have it fixed in there.
All right. So Lafdul, you check it at you use the slate at midday the following day.
Yeah.
Okay. What item do you want to use? What item do you want to check?
Oh, there was a bag. I know that. I can brew things out of it.
Okay. That is. Where is it?
The guffin bag.
That is a bag of beans.
I've got down that the sundial hasn't been fully identified.
Really?
I mean,
Whoa.
it may have other
Keeps
powers,
power.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it keeps time. So
Well, we'd have to dismount it and identify it at some point.
you can identify where it is.
Yeah, you don't have to dismount it.
Well, I mean on the slate. Well, it'd just be a sundial timekeeping. It wouldn't say anything else.
Yeah, this gives you the name, which in some things like potions that you've used before, that's all you need, but it's not necessarily going to help you with a complex item.
Sorry, what was this? A bag of beans?
Yep, bag of beans.
A bag of beans. Alright. I'm just going to go for potions, because I don't know how many. I think I'll try that one.
Okay, and you do not get any result.
Yeah, it's a powerful item. If it can use no 10 charges. Maybe. If it doesn't have 10 charges, maybe, I don't know. Oh well.
Okay. Alright, so that will be the end of the 24th day. We're not going to move the ship because that is where you should be at this point. So 25th day. Back to you, Braxon. You are doing it an hour earlier, using the slate an hour earlier. Now.
Yeah. Let's find out if this doesn't work. Right, so Braxton's going to again try the 7-foot-long spear of darkwood with the gleaming steel head with the unusual design.
That is a Spear of Darkness +3.
Spear.
Oh, you imagine that's got to be the opposite of
Finn's
Finn's
got.
spear, where it creates the aura of darkness while his creates an aura of light or something.
I got a funny feeling that might make things dark.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you cast Identify on it, so...
Yeah, we did.
So you should
Does
have some
innovate.
information on it.
It had innovate or something on it.
There's a chance of innovating, but I don't know how much, and I don't know how many charges are remaining. It hasn't told me. Okay, Braxton's also going to put the owl.
Alright, you do not get a result.
Oh. I was hoping because I can turn it into a giant owl. I was hoping that Braxton could ride around on the owl.
It's not that big of an owl.
Yeah, it's a smaller. After good.
Okay. So, that's that, unless you wanted to put something else.
Let's see. I have... I think I still got the harpoon.
Yeah?
Harpoon with a heavy, jagged head made of polished pink coral.
Okay, let me see. That is a harpoon +2.
Oh, that's good.
What was the damage of a harpoon? Like 1d6 or something.
I don't know, but it should be good against scavers.
Mm.
And I mean, it has a loop on it, so you can easily tie a line to
Try
it.
experimenting with your rope of
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Could use a
Try
magical
throwing
rope.
it and seeing if you can recoil your rope back to you.
Well, keep in mind one thing is that rope is only 60 feet long. So if you were actually trying to hunt with the harpoon, you would probably want something longer than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can that
But you could tie
harpoon-
the magic rope to normal rope and that way.
I don't
Yeah,
think it works
if it
that way.
can-
I
That's
mean,
like
it would drag it halfway.
That's like saying you could put roller skates on top of a skateboard.
I mean, you can.
Very.
All right. What were you asking, Braxon?
Braxon also had a fine light crossbow of golden wood.
You do not get a response.
Ah. Oh, yeah, of
No
course.
more than one weapon per day.
No more than one weapon. Yeah, okay.
Got any
Okay.
potions to double check?
Should have. Oh, Braxton's gonna. Is Lafdul still giving out the temporary healing potions?
Yeah, I'm doing it as part of routine whenever we're adventuring.
Braxton's just gonna put one of them on there as a test.
Does not return anything.
Okay,
It doesn't recognize your magic as true magic.
that's me
Doesn't
done.
matter as
Yeah,
long as it heals you.
All right. So the next day, Solas, do you want to put something on the slate? Now you're at. This is an hour earlier, so 10.
I will put the bunny.
Okay.
So we find out we're ruining it because we're not letting it fully charge.
That is a Moonstone Rabbit figurine of wondrous power.
Sounds.
And did you get the command word, or did you need that?
I have the command word already. I've been using it already also.
Okay, then it does reveal that command word.
I just wanted to know if it has a specific name.
Mm-mm. So you can name it if you want. I mean, it's up to you.
I'm going to name it George.
I'm gonna
Based on
nix that
all
right
the
now.
Looney Tunes.
I'm gonna nix that right now.
Why?
Human name.
Because it's a
Can't
real
I
world
hug
name.
and
It's a real world name. All right. Next up. So that's the end of day 26.
Yes. Wait.
Leva. Yes, Leva,
Yes.
you're very nervous, huh?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
What's happening?
So you finished your exercises?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you read a curse tome?
Then in that case, you turn into an orc. I mean, yeah, your
Yes.
your intelligence rises by 1 point.
Wow. Does she regain all her spells?
Yeah, all those spells that you lost access to before, you do not need to re-roll for them. You're instantly know how to memorize them again.
Unless you wrote them off your book from a lost cause.
So she's very happy.
And Finn has had a interesting idea for a little bit of crew morale day kind of thing.
Okay.
He's thinking about casting an obscurement spell just below the level of the deck, and then casting Cloudscape on that.
Okay, that lets you shape a cloud.
No, that lets me turn the cloud solid.
Oh. Great.
Oh. Cloudscape. Hold on a second.
So that people can walk on it. It's a druid spell, 5th level.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
but
one
it's
that I haven't looked at in a very long time, so I just want to take a quick look at that.
that works with that.
I'll let it work right now. I need to look to see if I feel that Cloudscape and Obscurement would work together normally.
That's like having a flying carpet on demand, or
Not really. The thing is, because Obscurement is very low to the ground normally. I just need to. I need to give it some thought. I haven't thought about it. But this is a situation like this isn't getting you an advantage in combat, and that's the thing that I want to look at and see if I want to if I feel like that would work or not. But you're going for something fun, and I'm okay with that. So.
Okay.
All right.
So what you're looking at for the long term is, would Cloud go on the gravity plane and spread out or something like that?
Well, I need to figure out because like I mean Obscurement comes up around the spellcaster too, and like it's not one difference between that and like Fog Cloud. Is that you can put Fog Cloud somewhere, whereas Obscurement comes up around the spellcaster, and I'm not sure what happens if you bring into being a cloud around you and then make it solid.
Right. Does this also clean up the air?
Yeah. So Obscurement will refresh the air, and I will let you know how much that does in a second.
Well, if we need to dig Finn out of it, we can do that with the rabbit.
that's a good way to.
I'm just thinking about Finn being in solid air.
I was thinking
No.
about using my ever smoking bottle to see if I can make a cloud of smoke.
Okay, Obscurement, it says the area of effect is a cloud, so I think that's going to be good enough to say that it works.
Okay.
Finn's got some cool stuff.
It's about a sphere spell.
Alright, so yeah, it will definitely work with that spell. And yeah, so you definitely do need to get out of this thing before you cast Cloudscape on it.
Okay, so if I like climbed over a ladder off the bow or something,
Yeah, so
got
you
myself down
yeah.
about the level I want it to be, and then climb back out and then cast the Cloudscape.
Yeah, and it does not like if you cast it outside the ship, it does not go inside. So.
Yep.
How long does that last?
Obscurement is definitely the shorter duration one.
Yeah, that's good for only 4 rounds a level.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. Creatures who are in the cloud do have to make a saving throw versus petrification to get out. And I think like the way that would work is like you'd climb up to the top of it as it's solidifying. Yeah. Otherwise, you would trap yourself in there if you like cast Obscurement on round 1 and then round 2 without moving at all. You cast Cloudscape. You would risk being trapped in there yourself.
Is
Finn.
Ockar affected with Ring of Free Action?
Yes, he is, because this is not something that is like it's altering. It's not working against Ockar. It's working against the cloud.
Also, in Ockar's case, even if it worked, it would basically just form bubble around Ockar inside the cloud, even if the ring would work.
Finn,
so he would be trapped in any case.
Yeah, so like also Ring of Reaction wouldn't prevent you from being buried under stone kind of thing from an avalanche or something like that. Braxon, you had a question?
Yeah, for Finn, really. Would you be telling the rest of us you wanted to do this?
Yeah, I would definitely discuss it before doing it.
Okay, cool. Well, Braxton would say that you're welcome to use the back of the ship out the back of his quarters. If you want to cast it on like the gravity plane behind the ship. I don't know that that's how you want to do it, but if you wanted to test it out there, you'd be welcome to use that.
Yeah, that might be a good place because then the crew can walk around on the clouds for a little bit.
Okay, and let me double check something as well.
If he is allowed to do that,
Lafdul's going to set up a game of chicken. Who's one stands on the cloud for the longest time before falling through?
no. If
Oh, come on, I'd give them good for that.
The funniest part is the cloud will actually disappear before it desolidifies.
Yeah, the
Lafdul's
solidification has the longer duration, 3 turns per level.
If he is allowed to do that, old Braxton would want to pop out with his rope tied around his waist and walk around on the cloud and check the back of the ship.
Okay. All right. So real fast, what is the area of effect of the obscurement, Finn?
With my level, it would be 90 square feet.
Okay.
Thinking about it, probably just trailing it out from the back of the ship is the best.
All right.
It's like having an extent. Actually, you could use this spell as like a bridge between 2 ships.
Yeah, it could be great for boarding. Oh, you might be able to grapple a ship with it.
Or entangle.
That completely replenishes ship's air.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yep.
I mean, we have spells that do that anyway, so it's not that great.
10 tons per caster level. And that is and Finn is 9th level, so that could freshen the air of a 90-ton ship.
Oh, what day was this?
It was 25th or 26th.
Yeah, 26th of the day.
26, right.
Yeah, the start of it.
Thanks.
All right, so Finn, you get out, get below the gravity plane. Yeah, okay, that would work. All right, so you get it so that the cloud would the top of the obscurement would be like right around the gravity plane, and cast your spell and bring into being this this dense bank of fog around you. Climb back out and cast Cloudscape, and allow the crew to basically, like run around and walk on like this soft carpet like feeling, and it's just like, wow, you're walking on a cloud kind of thing as well. It's ends up being pretty cool, and definitely will make the crew happy.
Are we stationary when we're doing this, or are we traveling?
Oh, you can travel. It's fine.
Yeah, just nobody fall off the cloud.
Oh, come on. I want to play chicken with a crew.
If anyone dies, you have to compensate their family.
Oh, that's terrible.
Most of the crew would not want to do that, but some might take you up on your offer.
Go on, Lafdul, show them example.
Sorry, me, I can, sort of fly back. Not actually, no. As long as I remain in the bubble, I travel with the ship. So.
Well,
What's area we on?
if you fall overboard kind of thing, you do slowly drift out of the air envelope.
Yeah, and if the ship hasn't stopped, boom, you've gone.
Yeah, I
gone
mean,
in the rear view a long way.
But it is slow drifting.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I could fly back probably. It'd be probably use up my entire duration. But
Ockar, you had
the
a question?
crew.
I
would be
asked,
stuck.
which area are we on?
Which area or which
Which
day?
day?
Which day? 26.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Leva hasn't completed her exercises yet.
No, she did.
Oh. Oh, she started before the trip.
Yeah. Next one to complete their stuff is Solas.
You
All
got
right.
the Solas.
So, Lafdul, one of the dwarves says, "All right, what are you wagering to see who can stay out here the longest?"
Oh no, I was gonna fund a couple of two people who wants to stay on there longest, or however many crew are willing to stay out the longest, and I will. How long was this spell did Finn say it would last?
Ah, so you're not
Doing
willing to
nothing.
put your money where your mouth is. I see how it is. Yeah,
I was
typical
gonna
elf.
give you the
Typical
money.
elf.
I was gonna give you the money.
Ah, but you're not willing to take the risk yourself. You want other people to take the risks. Typical elf.
I can go on the thing. It's fine.
If Solas wasn't too fixed on researching, he would be there. Yeah, typical Lafdul.
Yeah, no.
Braxton. If Braxton's in the area, he's going to say, "After all, are you trying to make our crew fall overboard?"
Finn's going to
Maybe.
make sure he has a rope nearby.
The whole point of it is to.
Braxton's gonna say to Finn, do you want to do some sparring on a cloud?"
We could do that.
Yeah, it would definitely be a different environment.
Environment, yeah.
That's pretty
So-
cool.
Yeah.
We've got
So
plenty of room to move.
the dwarf says to you, Lafdul, I'll put down 10 gold pieces.
Alright, 10 gold pieces.
I'm willing to bet that I can outlast you out there. So he goes out and stands near the edge and just begins singing a dwarven drinking song, even though he's not drinking.
I probably would have. No, I'll go on the edge. I'll just go into a meditative stance and just sit down cross-legged.
Oh, he is going to be singing at you then.
Yeah, probably.
If Solas was there, he would have mentioned that
Well,
to make
Solas
this fair,
isn't there, so you
Lafdul.
can't mention anything.
Yeah.
Is there any more dwarves there?
The other dwarves are cheering on their compatriot.
Well, while Braxton's out sparring with Finn, he'll take a look over and say, shout out to the dwarves in Dwarven, "Aren't you going to join in with a song?"
At that, first of all, you leave yourself open, and Finn's able to give you a good knock with the practice mace. And the dwarves give a good laugh, and then they join in the song as well. A couple of the human crew do as well.
I cast silence 15-foot radius at the dwarves that are singing.
Way to take the mood bonus away.
I say no outside interference, right?
Aye, no outside interference. He looks at you pointedly, and then the other dwarves start tossing some bits of rubbish at you, Lafdul.
How can he communicate with them, though, if I silence them?
Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't communicate with them.
Oh.
They just recognize that you cast a spell on them.
Way to go, dwarves.
Oh, I'm so tempted to use my granted power of chaos. No, that would cause them to start attacking each other, so...
Leva comes out, looks at the two, and casts fly so she can be above them and look down.
I mean, you can walk on the cloud at the moment.
And you could.
I
I
don't want
mean,
to. She's flying. She's flying. She's quite happy. She's above you.
you could also go
She's
up to
wondering.
the upper deck and you'd be above them too.
Yeah, but then she doesn't have the freedom. So this way, she has freedom to go back and forth and check whether she can actually throw stuff down from the top.
Okay.
Take some rubbish and drop it on Lafdul's head.
Something like that. No, but
Well,
bucket of water. A bucket of water would do
as long
nicely.
as you don't get me and Finn or the dwarf.
If I see Lever doing that, I'm going to get my ring of telekinesis out.
Yeah, you got to see her first.
I mean, she's flying. She's going to be.
What do you mean? You're going to get the ring? Do you have it with you, or are you jumping down
Yes,
the
I do
cloud
have it
to
with
get
me.
it?
No, I carry it on me. I just swap it out. I
Okay,
just
so
swap it out.
you've gotten it out. Which ring are you replacing?
My ring of regeneration, one that keeps me alive, so I'm immortal while I've swapped out.
Do you think Leva didn't see that you are switching rings?
Oh yeah, I was already thinking about switching it because the dwarves are throwing stuff at me, so I was thinking about catching some stuff and throwing it back anyway. So
You can do that without having the ring. Go on.
it's
You
more
have
fun with the
hands.
ring.
You just catch stuff and throw it back.
There is
Besides
style with
Lafdul,
the ring.
isn't this what Erevan would approve?
Oh yeah.
So, Finn, how long does the obscurement last? 4 rounds per level, you said?
It's going to go on for a while.
Okay, so, yeah. Let's see, 36 rounds. So, you guys are out there. You got a very loud dwarf singing, drinking songs next to you, Lafdul. How long does Silence 15-foot radius last? 2 rounds per minute?
Not that low. I think it's 2 rounds a level.
Okay. So, after a time, the silence around the dwarves ends, and instantly there's a chorus of drinking song. Chorus of dwarves that join in and begin harmonizing with their friend, which, like, right when the silence ends, very discordant, but they quickly kind of like get back onto the same track as the others, and after about a half an hour, I think Finn would have let you guys know roughly how long it would last.
Yeah, I mean, Braxton's assuming that Finn's not stupid enough to let us fall in space.
I don't think he's not going to know exactly when it's going to end. But
No,
Why don't you
he
let
would
him-
basically say, don't like after half an hour, you know, it's not going to last much more than a half an hour kind of thing.
Why don't you just let him answer? Maybe he says no.
No,
Well-
that's probably what I would have told him.
Yeah.
Leave a little safety cushion in there.
Yeah, and I mean, this would be what he would be telling the crew, and again, there's no indication that Finn wants the crew to fall overboard.
Lafdul, on the other hand.
Yeah, exactly. So the
Are the dwarves still throwing rubbish at Lafdul?
they ran out. They ran
Probably
out well
ran out
before
of
the
stuff.
silent spell ended.
Aww.
I would have
Um,
tried throwing some stuff back, but no, I would have swapped my rings back over after a while.
Oh, now it's a shame. I had a great idea what Solas would have done if he was there, but he isn't.
So the crew has vacated the cloud by this point. Finn and Braxon, you were out there sparring.
Yeah.
Would you be following the crew, or would you stay out there?
I would follow the crew.
Yeah, Braxton followed the crew.
All right.
And like I said, I would make sure there's a fairly long rope nearby,
Mhm.
just in case.
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
Braxton's going to have his magical rope on him in case.
I'm going to actually knock an arrow, and I haven't used this. I've had this since, like, forever. I've had rope arrows. Well, arrows that I can attach a rope to. I'm going to try one of these out. I'm just having it ready, so when I eventually fall, I'm going to try and shoot an arrow into the ship. Just go slamming into the ship, I guess.
All right. So
Is
the
that
the dwarf seeing you do that says, so you're gonna use an aid. I see. I see.
Is that dwarf close enough for Braxton's rope to reach?
No.
No.
I mean,
Wait. Actually, let me double check. Let me look at obscurement.
I mean, Braxon, you could just have the rope that Finn has tied on you, and then dive after the dwarf with the magic rope on your hands.
Well, Finn's
could.
plan for an emergency is to turn into a hawk and fly the rope out to somebody.
I can outself unless Aravan decides to interfere, which he has done on occasion.
Yeah. So it's he's out a good. Actually, no, he'd be out about 45 feet. So yeah, that would be within range of your rope, just barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you start falling,
Okay.
you got to grab the rope, and then you're still going to slam
Braxton's-
straight into the ship.
Braxton's gonna get his rope ready.
All right. So the time is ticking down. Lafdul, you have your arrow knocked.
So hang on, what's this dwarf do? He's just literally just staying there.
Oh yeah, no, he's like relaxing, leaning back, laying down, singing his heart out, keeping an eye on you. Completely
Alright,
nonchalant.
I guess we're both falling for this then. I will put my bow and arrow away. Sad face.
Ah, good, good. I was looking forward to the coin, though. And the time ticks down. Ticks down. Not sure how long it's gonna be. Any second now, it could be disappearing. You doing anything in particular, Lafdul? Are you like
if
tensing
this
up or
dwarf's
something?
willing to go down, and
Oh, yeah.
don't take that out of context. I'm willing to go down.
All right.
Then yes.
All of a sudden, the cloud that you're on begins very quickly dissipating and cannot support your weight at all. And the dwarf, let's see. Yep. He does a bit of a kind of a spin in the air, and then like begins swimming through the gravity plane back to the ship. While he's and he throws a shout back to you, Lafdul, and says, "First one there under their own power is the victor."
Own power.
Yeah, this guy does have the zero gravity combat proficiency.
How heavy is he?
How heavy is he? I mean, he's probably a good 140 pounds at least.
So he can actually move through the gravity plane.
Yeah.
So I say to him, you're making up the rules as you go along here.
Don't try to
Braxon
change it. I did say who stays out the longest. We both stayed out the same amount, so now you got to get back.
Braxton calls out to Lafdul.
I think you're a coward. I don't think you're dwarf enough to stay out here with me.
Braxton calls out to Lafdul, stop cheating and start racing.
He'd start cheating.
I mean,
He's not cheating.
Lafdul's you're just kind of like bobbing up and down in the gravity plane, slowly drifting away from the ship at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
Come on, Lafdul, don't make me stop the ship.
I'm just thinking what I want to use. I mean, if he's just using his own powers. I mean, I can use my powers. Hey, is it that by the very definition of my own powers, my granted powers are my own powers because I'm granted?
No, your granted powers are your deity's power.
Yeah, but I'm granted them.
Yeah, but it's coming from your deity.
You could start swimming.
I mean, you would realize that this guy, that this dwarf,
Yeah,
definitely
that's why I'm
knew
not
that you
going
did
to-
not have the zero gravity combat proficiency. So
Just lose honorably.
Well, I'm not exactly competing. I'm not exactly moving after him either. I'm not even trying, to be fair.
Do you want the rope, Lafdul?
Well, I can get back using powers, but they're not my own.
Well, hurry up. We're going to have to stop the ship.
Just start flapping your hands.
No, I'll use.
I mean, the dwarf is swimming back to the ship, but it's not exactly a fast trip.
Can I use the ring of telekinesis and try to tug him? No, I mean it's an aid, but
Yeah, you can.
anything I do is a bloody aid. So it's like it's a kind of there's no like.
You could do what you want.
You can do what you want because a pirate is free.
So Ockar wants to start piracy.
No. I just had to
Braxton's
reference that. I just had to reference that song because I'll put it in my head with that line.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay.
Braxton's going to send his rope out next to Lafdul. He could have wrapped it around Lafdul, but he's just sending it next to Lafdul.
Lafdul is slowly drifting away from the rope at this point.
I've already cast a spell, so in theory I've already been disqualified. So this is already a null and void thing anyway. So
You cast silence 15-foot radius on the dwarves. That didn't really have an effect on.
That wasn't anything related to your bet.
Yeah.
Just swim, dude. Swim. See if you can catch up.
I'm not going to be able to catch up.
I mean, just give it a good, honest college try.
I'm actually looking at my arms that I don't have on me. There's plenty of items I can do to cheat, but no, I can't think of anything for cheating other than using my granted power. I
Well,
have a net in the ship.
hurry up and make a decision, or you're going to drift out of range of the rope.
Can I attempt to grapple the dwarf?
Not at this
using
point.
a grappling. No, using a rope lasso.
You can try it.
Would I have a better chance with my ring of telekinesis or not? No, it wouldn't. I couldn't wrap it around him. I mean, he's a very slow target, though, isn't he?
He is a very slow target.
I mean, anything I do is an aid, though, isn't it? So he's gonna cry wolf no matter what I bloody do.
Lafdul, grab the rope and come in. You're going to get yourself lost in wild space, or I'm going to have to stop the ship.
I mean, probably.
Well, the rest going out. She knows she can survive.
Oh yeah, so can I to an extent. But it's like it's. Yeah, I'll try and swim back. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Question?
Yeah.
I will try
Could
to.
Leva push him? Just give him a slight push.
You could, yeah.
No, I'm gonna swim back and try to one-handed lasso him
Okay.
while trying to swim.
All right. Do you have rope use as a proficiency?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
This is pure RNG.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check. And you have a very, very, very low chance.
Because I'm trying to use my. Hang on, what is he saying about using an aid though? I don't understand that about me using the rope arrow. I mean, if I use a lasso, that's using aid.
I mean,
I can't use anything without it being considered aid, other than using my natural body.
that's up to you. It's up to you.
All right, no, I'm still gonna try and lasso him.
All right, go ahead
rather than just
go ahead and roll. Okay, so you pull out your rope with a grapple on it. You said.
I guess.
Okay.
People.
And you start trying to spin it around. You're not resting on anything solid at all.
Nope.
So you end up sending
You get
yourself
dizzy?
spinning and completely entangle yourself in your own rope.
Ah, do I have to use?
Lara comes down and gives him a push
All right.
as much as is possible. Because she's not standing on anything fixed either, but at least she's flying and not just drifting.
Yeah, you were flying and not drifting, so the drift of gravity doesn't affect you at all. So you fly down and hold your arms out and fly up, push Lafdul, and he starts spinning back towards the ship.
Yep. She
I'm
was
so
thinking about
tempted to
stopping his
dispel
spin.
you.
She was thinking about stopping his spin, but she thinks she looks rather good to like this, like a ballet dancer.
So Lafdul, you wouldn't be able to dispel her right now because you're entangled. You're completely entangled by this rope.
Also spinning.
And spinning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't dizziness have a factor on that?
Oh yeah. So now I will say this: Leva was able to give you greater momentum than the dwarf does. So you end up passing him and bumping against the hull of the ship. Crew members quickly grab you and pull you up. And a few minutes later, the dwarf gets on board and says, "Ah, I see you didn't need. I see you did need some assistance." And he holds out his hand.
I
No
think
matter what I was going to do, I was going to need assistance.
Braxon says, I think he also needs some assistance to get out of that rope.
Yeah.
Have you
Oh,
got
I
an
don't mind.
apology?
No, I owe him 10 gold, so I'm not fussed about that. It's only 10 gold.
So you pay him?
Yeah, although I'm saying that the next time we're establishing the rules. You're not making them up on the fly.
Hey, this is a lesson to teach you to put your money where your mouth is.
I mean, I've got many ways of getting back to the ship, but you know.
And so
But
he happily pockets the money in the five dwarves go below decks, clap, the four of them clapping him on the shoulder, and they're all like chatting about it as they go back into the vessel.
So, Lafdul,
Mm.
how exactly was winding yourself up in rope supposed to get you back on the ship anyway?
I was trying to grapple him. Looking in hindsight, it's actually quite hard to do when you've got no foundation. I should have used my ring of telekinesis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the dwarf was rather clever in that he pulled a fast one on me and saying first one back to the ship. I never... It was just originally the whole idea was literally just to have a couple of crewmen, or like several crewmen, all just stand on there and I would rescue them. I never imagined myself going out on there.
I know. It's like he challenged you, and you took that up. You know.
Well, it's good fun, I guess.
Oh, the
Makes
crew loved it.
sense.
The crew loved it. They're all laughing about it and joking about it and stuff like that. Over the next few days, you'll occasionally come out of your quarters to head to head to the mess to get your meals. And you'll find a little poorly carved figurine of a humanoid figure tied up in twine or something like that.
Oh, God. Oh, Braxon, you should give him a run for money since you can actually have 0G gravity, don't you? Or is it wild space you got?
No, he's not got a 0G combat.
He doesn't have he doesn't have that proficiency.
Ah, none of us do.
Nope. Nope. Boy, it's
Braxton's got
almost like I knew that you didn't.
It's
Braxton's- go on.
it's also almost like wizards might not need it with the access of fly spell.
Well, it can still be difficult to cast if you're floating adrift. So.
Well, it's one of those things. I had like many abilities to get to the ship, but none of them were my own power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, you tried. Moving
I
on.
didn't really try, to be fair.
But think of it this way: you did Erevan's duty by being the butt of the joke.
Oh, yeah, that's my purpose, to entertain the crew no matter what.
We'll be talking about this for ages.
Oh, yeah, just like how I blew up a magical instrument when I tried to blow some fish out of the air.
Hey, to be fair, no one had talked about that in quite a while.
If Solas had been there, Solas would compose a poem worthy of competing with the Lafdul and the Crow story.
So is he safely back on the ship?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. And he's untangled. The crew helped him get untangled and coil his rope back up and everything like that. All right. So with that, we'll move on to the next day. Wait, Solas, did you get a chance to check the slate? I can't remember. Yeah, you tried it with the rabbit, right?
Yeah, that was last thing I did.
All right. So Ockar, did you want to put something on the slate the next day?
I'm good.
Okay. So Finn, do you want to put something on the slate that day instead?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Leva, do you have something you want to put on the slate?
No,
All
not
right.
today.
Lafdul.
Really? You're not checking. Ah, yeah, those little thingies.
The thingies, yes. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. The thingies.
Those little things that put people to sleep. I'm guessing
Ah,
there's like
that. Okay.
dust of sleep or something.
Yes, dust of sleeping.
Oh.
Mhm.
It's almost like I didn't need that identified.
Mm-hmm. 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 Do you want to put anything else on there?
Yeah, I'm a potion of tongues. It's a potion of tongues.
That is a potion of tongues.
Oh.
Is it
Sounds
made
good
out
to
of
know.
tongues?
No,
Yeah, since old.
it is not made out of tongues. That was a wand. All right. Anything else you want to put on?
Nothing. No. It's not going to do it now because I've already used it up now. That'll be it for now. I've got to wait until next week.
You can always try something else and see if it works.
No, I was going to try the magic lock. The cast one.
Okay.
Which isn't going to do anything until, I assume.
Yeah, so that is 2 days past. No, wait, that's just one, because Ockar, Finn, and Leva all opted out.
So we're on 27th.
Yep. All right, so 28th, Braxon, do you have anything?
Yeah, Braxton's going to put that 7-foot long spear on it. Oh no, he did that. Sorry,
Mhm.
he's going to put the owl on again.
Okay, that is a serpentine owl figurine of wondrous power. And that does have a command word that I forgot to write down.
Serpentine owl.
Yep.
Of wondrous power.
figurine of wondrous power.
17 hour figurine of wondrous power.
Just like the rabbit I have is a rabbit of wondrous power.
Okay. That is command word is going to be Hularat. Let me write that down for you.
Hularat. Ooh. Should be.
All right, there you go.
Hularat.
Anything else you want to try putting it on?
Crossbow again.
You do not get anything. Okay.
I guess that's it for today.
Yep. All right, so that is the end of the 28th day. And you can go ahead and move the ship.
Wee.
All right. Okay.
Oh, it's something. I know hindsight's 2020. I wish I took dictate. I just dictate the dwarves to try and help me. Throw me a rope.
He definitely still would have
They helped me. What
claimed they still would have claimed he still would have claimed that it was not under your own power.
Yep.
All right, let me check something for someone. Give me a second.
I mean, you could have always tried to charm the dwarf.
Charm before. I don't have charm.
Yeah, the charm person or mammal is an animal spell, animal sphere spell.
Flint's got access to it.
So,
Kind of interesting that Trickster doesn't have access to charm.
He's got the charm sphere, I think, right?
Yeah, I've got access to charm.
Yeah, but the charm person or mammal spell is an animal sphere spell.
Braxon's gonna talk to Solas
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Does that rabbit of yours use charges?"
No, it's once per day, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think Braxton's going to go up to the top deck, and
And I think we identified the owl, and it didn't give charges,
yeah, I know.
so it should be safe to use.
I think Braxton's going to take the owl up to the top deck and call out Hularat
Okay.
and try and get it to go into a giant owl, see how big it is.
Okay. It is a normal giant owl, so let me take a quick look to see what the actual size of that is.
Oh, right. Brax is going to be disappointed that he can't ride it.
Correct.
It would have to be really, really big owl if you wanted to ride it.
Yeah.
And owls are...
Where is that?
Basically, it would have to be almost gargantuan owl. Braxon, if you really want to ride something, you should buy a mount.
Doesn't actually say how big it is. Let me see if the older original Monsters Compendium, the Monsters Manual, took some like normal animals and just shoved them into a single like cut down description, just basic information, and that actually did cause some like loss of actual information that's useful and necessary. So give me just a second. But no, it is not going to be large enough for you to ride. I think it's more like 2 feet
Twice the
tall
size
kind of
of
thing.
normal owl.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's no way that you can ride this thing.
Yeah. Got ya.
I mean, I could have gone smaller, surely.
It does have a 20-foot wingspan, but so it's like it is about like 5 feet tall kind of thing.
Yeah.
4 to 5 feet tall.
Braxon's
But with a big wingspan.
going to ask it if it can understand him.
Let's see. It seems to like wait for a command.
Right.
Actually, sorry, my mistake. You get in your mind the sense of yes, it can understand you.
Oh.
It's a very basic thing. It's not like actual
Yeah.
words.
So like the same as my telepathy.
Sort of.
Braxon's going to say, please use your powerful eyesight to look around the ship and see if you can see anything in our area.
It responds that
It probably can't do that because I've
no, it
not
responds that its normal form is has superior eyesight.
yeah. Okay, but does it? Braxon's going to say, "Are you able to fight in this form?"
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll give you basic information so that you have an idea. Does fight as a 4-hit die creature. It can claw twice and peck with its beak.
I'm pleased to meet you. Would you like some food before you transform back into a figurine?
You get the sense that it does not need sustenance.
All right.
Unlike Glau.
Well, Cloud's not
We
an
haven't
owl.
fed Glau.
Cloud's a space owl.
Yeah, I know, but we agreed to give him treats, and none of us ever have. Ever.
It gets treats from the cook. If you want to specifically do that, you can, but part of his contract is to get regular treats, and that's something that the cook does.
Solas needs to add that clause to his contract.
Yeah, but he's also not getting paid. He's not getting money. So I mean, yeah, you can add that to your contract if you give up your share of the party treasure.
That would be too much treats.
So you can leave it in giant owl form if you want.
Can Braxon command it to turn into the other form? Or has it used up its ability to do that?
Let's see. It can return to its normal form, yes.
Or it can return to a statue.
Or it can return to a statue, yeah.
Braxon,
Yeah.
there's something I'd like to try if you're willing.
Okay.
Finn would like to try casting Gift of Speech on the owl.
Oh.
That the spell fails Like you
Okay.
you know that it fails. It did not work at all.
Okay, was worth a try.
Yeah, was worth a try. It's a magical owl rather than a natural owl. Yeah, Braxon will command it to turn into the smaller form that can keep watch.
Okay. And how long do you want it? Like, do you want it to keep watch someplace or something like that?
Yeah, well, just while Braxton's on his shift.
Okay. Um. So after about 8 hours, it has periodically alerted you when people were moving about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And after 8 hours, it does fly over to you and telepathically inform you that its time is up, and
Okay. Braxton's gonna put his hand out so it can land.
yeah, it flies towards you, and as it's doing so, it transforms back into the small figurine, which drops right down into your hand.
Right. Okay, Braxton's gonna put that away.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. So we can use that when we land on the world. We can use that while people are asleep. Obviously, not just this owl on its own, but it can help anyone on watch, which would probably be me. Seeing as frustratingly, you've all seemed to have started learning spells.
It definitely would not be able to communicate with anyone else,
Yeah.
but its communication might wake you up.
Ah.
You won't know
Right.
until that happens.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that is the end of the 28th day. Did you? Let's see. All right. So you can go ahead and move the ship.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
come back a little bit.
And let's see. Solas, did you have something that you wanted to put on the? Oh, actually, before we do that, Leva, having finished your study, were you starting anything else? Do you have any spell
Not
research that
at
you
the
wanted to
moment.
do?
She's enjoying her additional spells. No, she's not starting at the moment because we don't have the 2 or 3 weeks that are necessary to study another spell, or do we?
I mean, you can do spell research in the Phlogiston. You just can't research certain types of spells.
She, we actually talked about this at one point. She would like to know a spell that is similar to what she can do with the ring. Bolt of Ice, which doesn't exist, I think.
Yeah, you would need to write up the spell, and then I would look it over, and then make any changes to it, and then in game you could start researching that.
Okay.
Make a variation of Sneelux Snowball.
No, not really. It's quite specific what the ring does. But, okay, she'll do that.
Well, I mean, you'll need to, like...
Yes. At the moment, in that case, she won't do anything, but when I've written it up, then we can talk.
Okay. Do you have any spare proficiency slots that you want to, like, begin working on, or anything, like, are you coming up on a proficiency slot that you want to start working towards?
A moment, but I don't think proficiencies. Nothing empty.
Have you got any coming on the next level?
I don't know. I
Because
don't know. You know when the next level is going to be? Like weeks and weeks and weeks from
No, I
now.
know, but all lets people
No.
pre-train.
No, there's no open proficiency slot at all.
Okay.
She'd learn another language if she could, but there's nothing open there.
Yeah, whereas Lafdul's itinerary's like booked for like the next like 2 months.
So you're
He's got
level
it.
11, correct?
Yes.
You will get a new. You'll actually get a new weapon and a new non-weapon proficiency slot at level 12.
Do you have a
So
free
if
language
there's
slot?
something that you
Sorry.
already have in mind, you could start training with it, and that can be what you're spending your time on. And then when you gain the level, then you just automatically get the slot, kind of thing, if you've spent enough time.
Do you have a free language slot, Lever?
No.
Okay.
Used them all up. They're all. But she wouldn't mind learning how to use a mace. Participate in it.
You can't use a mace.
Hmm?
You can't learn to use a mace.
Oh. No?
Nope.
Use a rod, can't she?
Yeah, but if the rod functions as a mace, you can't use that.
So what can she use?
Uh,
What could she learn?
what do you have right now? You have
Sling and dance.
okay, well, daggers, staves,
Staff.
Wand.
What are those staffs called that have a thing at a sling at the end?
staff sling.
Staff sling.
Staff sling. And they
Could you
clear.
learn that?
Yeah, but you can't use a normal staff. Like, I mean, like right now you have no melee weapons at all, so you're suffering
Correct.
a -5. You know, if something is in your face and attacking you, you're suffering a -5 to stab it with a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't use any staff as a melee weapon without suffering that -5 penalty as well. So, you have 2 ranged weapons. It might be worth getting a proficiency in a melee weapon just so that you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. She doesn't really think that she did, but
I
she's
mean,
Lara has the feeling if anyone comes close enough for melee, then she'll be dead anyway.
You might be fighting another wizard in melee in an anti-magic
yeah,
zone.
it's good idea to have a backup option, even if it's not very likely that you're going to be using it. Like Solas is going to be doing with that, learning to use that rod that functions as a mace.
I'll give you the list of weapons available to the mage. Give me a second.
I think she'll go for a
Did you use the blow
staff.
dart?
Well, that's not melee.
No, I was just curious. Because they can use darts, they can use daggers. If they could
do
use
you-
blow darts.
For throwing daggers, do you use dagger proficiency or was it something else?
It's just dagger. You can, if you learn how to use a dagger, then you learn to both throw it and to stab with it. Where exactly is that list?
See, now
Well,
you made a dream of having a big, heavy sword, two-handed sword in her hands. You know, look at whoosh.
I mean,
One of
Lafdul
those that
does
are bigger than she is herself.
Would
Dagger,
have to
staff,
have
dart, knife, sling. I also allow bolas, and I
Yes,
think there might be
bolas.
some other items too.
Bolas.
bolas are not a melee weapon.
I mean, she doesn't want to learn a well.
Yeah.
So the problem is that you need to have a weapon available that you can train with, and unless you have a bola, you're
No,
yeah.
unfortunately, no.
I mean, it can't be that hard to fashion.
But
Once-
we don't have a deck. We don't have a staff either, do we?
No,
you
you
can't
absolutely
get the staff these days.
there are absolutely staves on board.
Oh, okay.
so
in that
Solas-
case, she will start with a staff,
Okay.
and she will ask Braxon whether she can participate in those lessons.
Yeah, sure.
So Solas can give pointers with the quarterstaff usage after he has done his spell research. Since Solas
Lima will
knows how to
say,
fight with
no
quarterstaff.
offense to you. No offense to you, Solas, but I do prefer that somebody who actually knows how to fight in melee teaches me how to use the staff.
I
Thank
mean,
you very
Solas
much.
does have the
Proficiency.
quarterstaff proficiency, so
So
Solas knows how to fight in the melee.
that's okay. Leva still believes that Braxon might be better because he's done nothing else all his life.
Never.
Hmm?
The first rule of Fight Club is you don't tell Solas about Fight Club.
Okay.
All right, so
So-
Leva is going to begin training with a staff. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Solas is welcome to come and train when he eventually gets fed up trying to make things go bang.
I
And
mean,
let's see.
do you think wizards ever get fed up with that?
Yes.
No, no.
Never.
All right,
Depends on where and when the bang happens.
Yeah.
that's true. Okay, so Solus, did you put something on the slate?
Yeah, I want to have it identified silver ring set with polished lime green oglite.
That is a ring of magic resistance.
Yeah, thought so, but I wanted to be sure.
Mhm.
And then I will put the let's see. Let's see the pale blue translucent cube.
You do not get a result.
Okay.
Okay. So the 30th day comes, and Ockar, did you want to put anything on the?
I'm just opting out
Okay.
for now until we get new items.
30th day, so it's time to roll. If I succeed in my research.
Wait, don't you have? Wasn't it
I
6 weeks?
I started in the while we were in Orvan, and the research cuts it down just enough.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So I will use my reroll for this.
All right.
Before you do that, do you want to make it one of them prediction things on the Twitch board?
Nah, it's okay.
So my chance to learn is 36%.
Interrupt.
Mhm.
You then, if Solas doesn't want to, you can ask Leva for the alternate reality. So you don't need to use a reroll.
That's not an instant
I will
thing.
use it. Very right to be
Alternate
used.
reality is only works for an action, like the round prior kind of thing, or within a few
Oh,
rounds
okay.
prior. It doesn't. It will not work on that.
Okay.
Also, the rerolls are made to be used. Well, the reroll succeeded.
Okay, so with the 34, you do get the Melf's minute meteors,
Yeah, since
and
it was third level spell.
yeah. So go
Yeah.
ahead and roll for the number of pages.
Let's see, that was d6 minus plus
2.
Oh. d6 plus 2.
Yeah, it's always the level of the spell -1.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's nice.
4 pages, not too bad. Okay, and you did buy the tube,
Yeah,
so
I
you
bought the
can
tube.
use that immediately, except not in the phlogiston.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, you gotta wait however long it's gonna take you guys to get through the phlogiston before you can use that. Okay. And that is going to be so. Finn, did you have anything that you wanted to put on there?
No. I think I've pretty much identified everything I have now. So
Okay. Leva, did you have anything?
No.
Do you feel like you're done? Short of like next session, if you think of something. I mean, like for the rest of the session at least.
For the rest of this session, yes.
Okay. All right. Lafdul, do you have anything? Lafdul, you're muted.
Cursed lock.
So that
Lock
is
curses. Don't know if it has a name.
Yeah, it's a lock of curses.
Wow. Original.
It's a what?
It's a lock of
Lock
curses.
Lock of curses.
Yeah, if you try to pick it and fail, you get cursed.
Have I heard of such an item before?
You've heard of enchanted locks and stuff like that, but you have not heard of this specific one.
Does Lafdul have the key to that lock?
Nope.
Nope. You will have to get it made.
Yeah.
Make a key while getting cursed.
You have to get a key made so you don't accidentally curse yourself trying to pick it whenever we use it.
I can always remove the curse depending on what the curse is.
All right. So
I think the point behind it is that it's cursed as a security feature.
yeah, it applies curses to those attempting to pick it, kind of thing.
And I
Oh, so
think
it just gives
Lafdul-
a malady.
No, you'll need to do some more research on it before you can know exactly what it does.
Well, if I memorize remove curse, I can just pick it and see what happens to me.
Well, what if you succeed?
Leva was just going to say she proposes that she can memorize remove curse and help you in that.
Yeah, I've got this. Well, yeah, I mean, it helps to have other people have it memorized. I've got it myself.
I mean, you could purposely fail and see what happens.
Yeah, I will do. I will do an augury before I do it.
All right. So you put it on on an object. Like, do you have a door or a?
I'll use shapewood and make something.
I
so it
don't
fits
think you
around the lock.
can. Can you use shapewood to make an actual opening thing like a door? Can you make hinges
Yeah,
with it?
there's a 30% chance of it not functioning now.
Okay, let me see.
I think
So
we
enough.
can. We have extra hinges that someone could add.
Well,
Yeah,
then you'd
but
have
I'm
to. I
just
mean,
kind of like,
right? But you could also
I'm
just
ad hocing this.
put it on a box that's not being used. But okay.
Mhm.
All right. So you do use shapewood to make something that can open, and it does work. So you try to.
I will use augury to see if what will happen to me if I attempt to curse it. I'm still going through with it.
Okay. The augury indicates that a failure to pick the lock.
That's awfully specific.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Let's see. Well, I wasn't expecting you to do an augury right now. All right. Usually think of
come
something.
on! I wasn't expecting you to pull a dwarf with bloody 0G gravity. Come on, you pulled a fast one on me.
Not at all. You were there trying to get other crew members to risk their lives, and you weren't. One of them just called you on it, man. You could have said no.
You were never gonna be at risk.
What do you mean they were never going to be? You're asking people to fall off the ship
Yeah, essentially that
while
was
we're
all.
traveling through wild space.
Yeah, we would have plenty of time to get back on the ship.
All right. So the augury indicates that
Woe to those who failed to pick it, I guess. I honestly don't know.
it indicates that your course of action may bring harm to yourself. Now, harm could be too physical. May bring I don't know. I guess woe. Yeah.
Malady. Curse. No.
Okay. So you try to pick it.
Yeah, I take the standard procedure of taking most of my magical stuff off. I guess I just have my ring of regeneration on me.
Okay. And
Once
you,
this destroys your regular regeneration.
What
I
do you
will
think
be
you say?
so you
miffed
do
if that
pick the
happens.
lock. You do succeed in picking the lock.
Mm.
But as you do so, your lockpick breaks. And you feel this sense of foreboding with that lockpick breaking. That any
Well,
future
I'm down
attempts to
to
pick a lock, success or failure, will always result in a broken lockpick.
broken pick. Huh. At least I know how it works. I've got a spare set of lockpicks, but it's my only spare set. Or is this just the one pick from this set?
It was just one pick from the set.
I'll mention that one set is down one pick.
Alright.
I have not a full set on the other one. Alright, that works. Am I cursed still?
You
feel
are you casting remove curse on yourself?
Yeah.
Then no, you're not cursed anymore.
Oh, alright.
That removes the curse.
Oh, wait. That means that curse is permanently on me, that I would always break the lock afterwards.
Well,
I would
that's what
always
he
break
said.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what he
sorry.
said.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you were cursed so that regardless of success or failure, your lockpick would always be broken in an attempt to do so.
Oh, that's an evil curse. That's quite nice.
You also
Doesn't
have a
sound so
sense
evil.
that the curse may vary from time to time, based on the person who is interacting with the lock. Like, it feels very specific to you.
Huh.
Because you've broken, you've had lockpicks get broken, you've broken lockpicks before. That feels very specific to you. Okay.
Oh, maybe we should name ourselves a company that broken something.
Alright.
Like sword.
So, day 32.
only ever broke
Braxon,
one
do you want to
sword.
put anything on there? On the slate?
Yeah, Braxon wants to put his special magical wooden tankard on there.
Okay. Let's see. That is a mug of warming and cooling,
Okay.
continuing to confirm for you that this does only the things that I have continually described to you, that you always seem to believe does more than it does.
No, I'm just joking. I know it only does that. Braxon doesn't.
I think so.
Braxon should know that.
Yeah.
It's been
mug of
identified
warming and cooling.
and determined and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Solas would be willing to buy that mug from Braxon, so Braxon doesn't have to wonder about it anymore.
Braxon, are you willing
He'll
to
find something else.
sell it?
He'll find something else.
Are you willing to sell it, Braxon?
No.
Okay.
So what?
All right.
Ah,
So you can
He's
go ahead and
after my
move the ship.
Okay. Right.
Out of curiosity, Braxon, if you put like a
Yeah.
hot rock in that mug, and then
Yeah.
does that hot rock stay hot with liquid in it? So you keep on emptying out hot water when you're in a flood storm, you entering cold water into the mug, but the hot rock will stay at the same temperature, so it would heat things up as it comes in.
I think it only keeps liquids at the same temperature you put it in.
Well, the mug keeps things warm.
Yeah, but I was wondering if the hot rock would reheat things up.
So how that would work is that initially they'd be the same temperature, but then once it's emptied and you put in, like if you tried to put in something cold to warm it up, then they would hit a neutralizing temperature that's less than it was before.
All right.
And eventually it gets down to room temperature. Because yes, it only keeps liquids hot or cold.
That's what I thought.
That's what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
Or the wood.
Yeah. All right. So, for the third
Bra-
day. Yeah.
Braxon's going to spend some time laying out some holy symbols to Patar, and along with his navigation instruments, and he's going to make some sort of religious sounding thing about making sure our navigation checks in the phlogiston are optimal,
Okay.
and do some praying to Patar.
All right. It's a good idea to do this before you get into the phlogiston, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Solas, do you have anything that you want to put on the slate?
Yeah, I will put the cube.
All right. That is a cube of frost resistance.
Okay.
Actually, regarding my broken pick, how is it broken? Is it
It's-
something that Solas could mend?
It's snapped. Yeah.
I asked Solas, could you mend this?
Solas looks at the Lafdul and yeah, sure. 1 silver, please.
Eh.
Wow, so
Sure,
mercenary.
Yeah. That's cutthroat. Wow. I see how this
mean,
is. Don't go asking for any statues of you or anything.
I mean, I have to use spell ingredients and the effort and spell for the day and
I
for
see how this
just
is.
a
Alright, I
tiny
hand him a
tiny little
silver.
thing.
Lafdul will remember this in Telltale format.
Solas is like there bleeding on the ground. His leg has been destroyed. Lafdul, oh god, it hurts. Lafdul, I need a healing spell. Oh, well, that'll cost you 500 gold.
Can you make a donation to the Church of Errand?
All right. Anything else you want to try putting on there, Solas?
For rest of the actions for this day, Solas would recharge Wand of Fireball and Wand of Lightning.
Okay, let me see.
Once each.
Are you going to be doing that like every day?
Only twice. So at 2 charges for both both.
Okay.
From this rest of time.
Let's see. That is that.
Basically, I'm trying to keep them at about this level of charges. Don't want to try and overcharge them.
Oh, that's no fun. All right, so you use 2
Okay.
lightning bolts and 2 walls of fire to charge them up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's not fun when the things that go boom in your face.
I don't know about that. Lafdul, next day, do you want to put anything on the slate?
Nothing I can think of. But I will say, oh, never mind. No, I don't believe I have anything.
Okay.
At this
Leva,
point,
you had said that you wanted to, when you finished your studying, you wanted to do an identification of something?
Yes. God, I've forgotten already.
Pretty good.
No, she wanted to have let me have a check. I need to check whether I've got the ingredients for it. She really wants to know what this, whether this medallion is a simple ESP or whether there's something more to it.
Okay.
But I need to check whether she's got the pearl for it.
You just use it and see what happens.
Well, I would have. I mean, I did give you guys opportunities to buy stuff. So if you want to just, if you don't have it, if you just deduct the money and say that you bought it, I'm fine with that.
Also, I remember Leva bought one of the better pearls but didn't use it last time.
Yeah, you
Yes,
could. At
she
least
has one of those, and she has one for 100 gold.
Okay.
But it helps to look it up and see it instead of just saying I think I have, because that generally works out the wrong way.
All right.
So
So
yes,
you
she's
cast that.
yes,
All right. Let me,
and she actually bought. If we can retcon it, she would like to have bought 2 of each.
yeah, that's fine. Okay. So what that is it is indeed a medallion of ESP, and it does allow you to pick up thought in a path in front of you. So, in other words, you could be standing behind a door. You do not need to know that there's a creature behind the door to try and pick up its thoughts, kind of thing.
Nice. So she
Um,
could stand at Lafdul's door and listen to his thoughts.
yes, but it is only surface thoughts that you would get.
Oh, that's okay sometimes.
But it can be blocked by various thicknesses of stone and metal and stuff like that.
part of the spell.
Does it have a maximum number of charges on it?
It has
Or
no
is it per day?
charges. No. It takes you a full round to use it, at which you're standing still and doing nothing. And you can only understand thoughts if they are in the language, if you know the language of the thinker.
Okay.
So in other words, if you didn't know Dwarvish and you use it on a dwarf, their thoughts are going to be in Dwarvish, so you would not pick anything up. I mean, you would not understand what they're saying.
Can you try to confuse that by thinking in different language if you know different language?
Yes, but most creatures are not going to be actively doing that. So.
Yeah, but for example, if you start suspecting that someone is.
Yeah. And let's see. If the creatures have no language, then you'll get prevailing emotions. Otherwise, it functions as the ESP spell, so it is surface thoughts only.
Interesting.
And it has a range of 30 feet.
That's not bad. Is there a maximum number of times that it can be used per day?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you.
But again, it's very obvious when you're using it, like because you have to stand there and hold it and like concentrate.
But she could be invisible and do that.
Yes, you could.
Okay.
Or some other way of obfuscating, like Braxon standing in front of the target. I think for the rest of the trip, since I already spent so much money on spell research, Solas will start continuing the mining proficiency with if there's a few dwarves that know about it.
Yep.
Are you taking mining, eh?
Yeah, since it's more about being it's not about actually working in the mines, it's about prospecting and knowing about the mines, and it suits with engineering proficiency.
Okay. So with that, move on to day 36. And Lafdul, you have nothing else that you want to...
No, it's just party items at this point that we have extra of.
Okay. Is there a party item that you want to put on?
There was that dwarven short sword that I can think of.
Alright, hold on a second.
Gold shaped hilt, shapes like a ball. That's just something I just thought of.
That is a short sword +1.
Nice.
Well, at least we know what it is.
Yeah, it's easier to sell with better price when we know about what it is.
I'm just trying to look if there's anything that we...
Quick suggestion that from now on, before we sell items, if we are not in a hurry, we use the slate on them before selling.
Yep.
That's a given.
We'll have plenty of time to do that.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then you can go ahead and move into the final block
Yay!
for day 37.
Dun dun dun.
And
Okay.
Braxon, is there anything that you want to put on the slate?
Put on the slate, yeah. Braxton's gonna have another go with that crossbow. I
Okay.
mean, we kind of know what it is.
That is a crossbow of speed +1.
Oh, speed. That's nice.
Yeah, it allowed. Yeah, it was from those pirates, and they could fire
Yeah.
it every round.
So does a +1 mean it fires? one
No,
round
it's a
faster?
crossbow of +1. It's a +1 crossbow of speed.
Cool.
Yeah, the
Those are
speed
two
means
different
that.
functions.
Yeah.
Okay. Braxton's also going to put on one of the steel-headed light crossbow bolts that he split with Ockar. He had 5 and Ockar had 5.
All right, those are bolts +1.
Braxton to tell Ockar.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be everything.
Okay. So you feel like you're done for now, at least?
Yeah, I think I'm done for now.
Okay. All right. So 38th day. And Solas, do you have anything that you want to put on the slate?
Yeah, the burnished gold scale on a thin gold chain that radiates good and increases luck. I want to know if it has name.
That is a luck scale. Functionally a luck stone, but as a scale.
Can't be used as a luck stone as an ingredient.
It can be, but of course then you would be losing out on all the benefits of a
Yeah.
normal luck stone.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure since I know there are a few spells that require luck stone.
Yeah. It is a luck stone like in all but name kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's very good.
Yes, Braxton?
Yes, Braxton?
Does the barrel of salted pork work in the Floodstone?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. But it'd be cold.
Yes.
It's not conjuring the pork, it's creating it.
Yeah.
Finn's going to keep heat metal spells handy.
All right. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Our cook is going to be happy for you to have those heat metal spells.
Lafdul, is there anything that you want to put on to the slate the next day?
I'm just looking for the party items. I mean, should we do the mortar and pestle and the bow that melts items?
I mean, if you don't have anything else that you want to put on,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would
Yeah.
object to you putting on the stuff that you guys plan to sell and stuff like that.
Yeah, or company items.
Or company items, yeah. So what do you want to
Yeah,
put on?
we'll put on the pestle mortar.
Okay. That is Lorlo Vame's Obsidian Mortar and Pestle.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. And on the 40th day, you arrive at the Crystal Shell.
Yay.
And you discover that there is no natural portal here. Someone
I guess
will
we'll
need
switch
to
on
cast.
the portal maker.
Yeah, someone will need to use that to spawn a portal.
Oh, I thought we had a portal locator.
You do have a portal locator, but there is no portal here. Like, there's no natural portal here.
We have to use our thingy with Jiggy to make a portal.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's make a portal.
We have to put a gem in it to use that function, I think.
I thought the gem was to use the tracker function.
I think it's to use anything of this. I can't remember, to be honest.
I haven't got that on the ship character sheet. I'll have to get that off one of you after the game.
Yeah, it does require a diamond to open portals. 500 gold pieces. No, wait, sorry. Just any diamond. A diamond of any value.
Oh, I got loads of diamonds of any value. Wow.
What's your lowest value diamond?
On there, 200.
Then let's put that in.
Can you cut that in half?
No?
Yeah.
What do you mean? No,
I
he's
mean-
got
Oh,
gem
right.
cutting.
Yeah, I probably could cut it in half, and then it would be like, what, 75 each, maybe?
It would be
You always
substantially
leave.
less than half of.
Yeah,
each
but
one would be
rather than
substantially less than
leaves.
half of the total.
Leva has a few small diamonds that she's using. Well, that she's supposed to be using.
What
if you
value?
want. Oh, just a second. It's for the spell.
Not chromatic orbs at 50 gold.
Just a second. Chromatic orb.
Yeah, if it's a chromatic orb, then there would be 50.
Then we could just toss in one of your 50 gold diamonds and see how that works if you're okay with that, Leva.
Yeah, we can do that. I need to replace them though.
Yeah.
All right, so you hand over a 50 gold piece diamond and put it in.
Mm-hmm.
And that does indeed spawn a portal into the Phlogiston.
Not a permanent portal, is it?
I'm sorry?
Onwards!
It's not a permanent portal, is it?
No, it
No.
functions the exact same as the create portal spell.
Oh, by the way, I didn't need to replace it. I had 7 of them. Now I have 6.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Braxton's gonna send round the crew.
All lights.
Call out flow stations. All fires out. All lights out.
Okay.
And
And
he's going to send runners to find the various spellcasters, make sure they haven't got any
Fireballs
things on
memorized.
fire. Well, no, just make sure you haven't got anything in your cabin that's like flames or stuff.
Nice light stones.
all right, once you got confirmation that all the fires are out, you cross the sphere wall, head out into the Phlogiston, and take a look around. You can clearly see a river in front of you, and it has a bluish tint.
Would you call it Azure?
Yeah.
Azure River.
So while everything is like the Phlogiston itself is rainbow hued, this particular river has a bluish tint to it compared to everything else. It's still overall very rainbowy, but it is also noticeably different in that way.
Like
And
severe path forward.
you head off into that river, and that is where we're going to call it a session. So 40 days past getting to the sphere wall.
40. Oh, I made it 50.
Yes,
How
40.
long do I have to spend on learning stone
We're
carving?
finally out.
You will probably need to spend like the whole trip, kind of thing.
Oh, how long is this trip?
I mean, you have time to do some other stuff too if you want to like cut gems or something like that.
No, I want to
Okay.
learn the stone carving before I do anything else.
If
Alright.
it's only 40, then then it was 14 days after we got our air refreshed.
And I mean, like Lafdul, you're learning a whole new trade, so to speak, kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it may not take the entire time, but it's only been a little bit over a month since you started learning. So,
Be thankful, Lafdul. At least you don't have to wait until you get a few more levels to actually get the next proficiency you want to learn.
So how's Finn doing with learning the mace?
so again, it's probably going to be still be a while, since you guys weren't learning that stuff beforehand.
Okay.
So he's only spent 40 days.
I mean, by the time you get to the next crystal sphere, you guys will have it for sure.
Right.
Might have before you need it, even before that, but
Yeah.
It's question mark.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see. That is going to be. There was some experience. You guys did fight an enemy vessel. So let's go ahead and divide that up.
It wasn't a threat to us, so.
It wasn't a big threat, but you still overcame a thing. I mean, you still get XP for fighting goblins. It's just that, 15 XP
Minuscule.
per goblin is a drop in the bucket when you need hundreds of thousands to go up a level. All right, so that is going to be 607 experience points for everyone.
607?
607. Yay.
Oh, goody. Again with the fractions.
Yeah.
Well, less than 100,000 points to go.
I get there eventually.
Do I get XP
Progress.
for being the laughing stock of the ship?
Yes. You will get 200 XP for your priest.
Yeah.
Well, there I saved him.
It's not part of your ethos, so to save me. If
She
anything, it's
pushed you.
I mean, other people could have saved him too, so.
I'm
Yeah,
so
but
happy
they
that we're
could
finally
have.
getting.
She did.
I'm so happy that we're finally getting here.
Leva helped Lafdul in his holy duty of being the laughing stock by making him spin even more.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't make him spin more, but I didn't stop him. So there.
Okay,
Well-
so what I would like for next session is that if there's any, rather than doing it like day by day, since now we've gotten through the bulk of what you guys were thinking of, then what I would like is just like a short list for next time, and we'll just like run through it of what you want to put on the slate.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you come up with a regime to try and figure out how many charges it has and it uses and stuff like that, then you can lay that out and try to figure that out as well. If you don't care, then you just not worry about it or cast the higher level identify, and that'll give you that information.
Well, we do know that it has maximum of 10 charges.
Do we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
all told us.
but we don't know how many it refreshes per day and how many it uses for what kind of item.
We figured weapons or armor were around 8 or 7, but they can be up to 10.
Or they
Right.
can be even more, and the slate can't identify it.
Can they?
So yeah,
If
I mean,
I
if you come up with
remember
like, I mean, if you put on items that you know, like then you're gonna get the same information. But if you know what the item is, then you know what the item is, and you can better track what how many of them it can do in a day, kind of thing.
Generally,
Yeah, we
I-
could we could, for example, use our weakest of healing potions if we have normal one for base stat, basically. Test how many of that it can, how many it can identify per day, and then based on that, see how many charges it uses. If it, for example, uses only 1 charge per healing potion.
It almost seems like it only uses 1 charge per potion.
Well, we could and most likely should test it.
Oh, we should. Oh, actually, did you say we had at least one more item we could try?
Well, what I want is next session, just come up with just a simple list, and I can just go through them, and it'll be like, okay, so over the next 2 weeks you do these kind of thing.
Okay.
And then if you want, and then once that's done, if you have an actual testing regime to figure out the charges, then you can do that too.
I was just wondering who had the potion of flame control. Didn't someone win that, or was it still a party yet?
It hasn't been decided yet.
That would be an item to see.
I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
See you later. Okay.
All right. So just get that stuff ready for me for next week, and we can run through that as you guys travel through the Phlogiston. So I want to thank everyone out there for watching. Really do appreciate it, and I want to thank you guys, the players, for playing as well. And we will be back next week. See you then, everyone.
Thanks for the game.